In this video, I'm going to be talking about my entire Britney Spears perfume collection. I'm going to go through each of the scents and say, is it a collector's item or genuine love? If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I'm a perfume reviewer. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to join this All the Perfume community and for so much more Britney Spears perfume content. If you're not new, welcome back and thank you so much for watching my videos and all of your support, likes and comments. All of the links for my previous Britney review and collection videos will be below, as well as links to as many of the scents as I can find as well. It has been a little while since I've brought together my entire collection, and most recently I've told you about my 8 favourite Britney Spears perfumes, and I've ranked the entire Fantasy collection. But with this video, it is something a bit different because I am really trying to keep on top of my perfume collection these days, and even only buy the scents that I love that can kind of justify their space in my home. Now, I collect the Britney Spears perfumes really, so I've taken a look back over my entire collection and thought, is that perfume here because I love it, or is it here as a collector's item? So I'm going to go through every scent individually and tell you what I think of it right now. This is the original Fantasy perfume and it is a genuine love from me. I love to wear this perfume as a feel-good, pick-me-up scent. It is a new icon of a perfume, I think. It is 20 years old now and you will know somebody who has worn this scent. It's cupcake, kiwi, white chocolate and woods, and it's sweet, fruity in that opening and fun. It is just a really well done perfume for a great price point, and as you will see and probably already know, there are so many flankers to this one. It paved the way for so much of the Britney line, but I believe for many other sweet celebrity perfumes as well. So this is here because I love it, and I would always need a bottle of Fantasy in my collection. I still find it really fun to wear. This is Midnight Fantasy, the second of the Fantasy perfumes ever launched, and it's in my collection as a genuine love. This is a really well done, fun perfume that I always say smells like sweets. In this one you've got plum, some sour cherry and vanilla, and it takes me back to when it was launched circa 2007, and even though I wear it less than the original Fantasy, I still think it's so lovely to smell that I always want a bottle of Midnight Fantasy in my collection. Another really great, quite a strong scent for its price point too. This is Maui Fantasy, and is it perhaps telling that it is the only 30ml perfume you will see out of the Fantasy perfumes in this collection? Okay, this one, collector's item. I think the longer I've had this, the more I'm kind of going off it really. This one has some good notes. It's got coconut, it's got pink grapefruit, but to me it's becoming like more of a laundry smelling scent, which might work for me in other instances, but with this I'm expecting tropical from the bottle, and it's similar to Miami Glow by Jennifer Lopez, but I just don't like it as much. I find the Jennifer Lopez scent more creamy and with the passion fruit, and then yeah, this one just doesn't hold up to that one for me, and I'm keeping it now for the cute bottle and because I collect them. I don't want to smell of this scent, but it is part of my collection. I would even go as far as to say that, you know, you don't need to track this down really. If you want the same kind of scent, you've got your Miami Glow. So no, Maui Fantasy isn't here as a love, it's here because I collect the perfumes. This perfume is Curious, Britney Spears' first ever scent, and I have to say that even with my genuine love and collector's item categories, there is a little bit of a middle zone really, because this isn't a scent that I would call a typically me scent. It's quite floral, it's got magnolia, lily of the valley, it's got sandalwood, it's got white woods, but I just think it's so well done that I always want to have it in my collection. So for the purposes of my video, we'll call it a genuine love. I do think it's well done, I do think it's kind of a new classic, and I love to have this bottle displayed. It's smelling really good, and I think it kind of smells blue. The scent really suits the bottle. And I think this is an easy to like, pleasing gift idea of a perfume. It would suit any age, stage and taste. It is a hard to dislike scent, and I've recently talked about this one in my recent perfume purchases because it's a 100ml bottle. for just £5.50. So we love our Britney scents for how affordable they are. And yeah, track down your very affordable price points for Curious, because happily you don't have to pay a lot to smell good with Curious. So we'll call Curious, for me in my video, a genuine love. This is Intimate Fantasy, and when it was launched, the notes felt quite unusual within the rest of the Britney Spears line because we've got brown sugar in this one. It's lemon and it's lychee and some vanilla, and it is the perfume that I recommend to people when they want a vanilla Britney scent. You've got your Midnight Fantasy as well with its vanilla, but this one is more cosy. And the name Intimate suits it because it's a great bedtime, cocooning, comforting, wherever scent. I do really like to wear this one. It's not your strong lemon and sugar, you know, that kind of lemon dessert, Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana kind of perfume. It's softer, but it's sugary and it's good. So I'd recommend this one, and as you can probably already tell, it is a genuine love. I would want to have this scent regardless of whether it was a Britney perfume, and the fact that I collect the bottles. It's really well done. Intimate Fantasy. This is Fantasy, the Nice remix, and it's certainly been a while since I've talked about these perfumes. There's the Naughty remix as well, which I'll get to later. And this shares notes of the original Fantasy. You've got your kiwi still, you've got cupcake, and to my nose, it smells the same. So it's not that I don't enjoy the scent, because if it was in its own right, it's a great, well done scent. It's fun, kind of typically young smelling, and it will give you the nostalgia for when Fantasy was originally launched. But with me being really fussy about my space, I don't need both, and this now is a collector's item really, not least because of the fact that I just don't love the bottle shape. I did display them way back when it was quite new to my collection, but now I just find them a bit big. I don't love it. So this now is a collector's item for me, and I feel you don't need to seek it out. If you have the original Fantasy, you know what this smells like. So if you were hoping it would crop up on reselling sites, maybe it just isn't unique enough to be worth tracking down, I don't believe. We did have for a little while in the UK, they were available in B&M going back a couple of years, but they seem discontinued and I haven't seen them for a long time. This perfume is Hidden Fantasy, and it's not what I wanted in a scent when it was launched way back in 2009, maybe even end of 2008, but I love it now. This is my Fantasy for the festive season, for Christmas time, because it is orange, clove, spices and fruity notes, and the mix is so good, and you get this lovely orange blast in the opening and then the spice, and I think it's a really unique profile for a celebrity scent. There's nothing else I can think of that is affordable in the way that Hidden Fantasy is. So I would recommend buying a bottle of this and putting it away for Christmas time. So I'm really glad I have this now, and I'm glad I didn't declutter it when I liked it less. I kept it as a collector, but now this is a genuine love for me. I love to wear Hidden Fantasy at Christmas time. Now we have Fantasy, the Naughty remix. And with this one, we don't seem to have our kiwi of the original Fantasy, but you've got some added orris fruit as well. And what I found with this perfume is that it is a more woody version of the original Fantasy, and it was very popular in the perfume world a couple of years ago, so it is a shame it's discontinued. And that smells really good, and to my nose now it's got something a bit more floral about it than it used to have. There is still orchid in this one, the same as the original Fantasy. It smells beautiful, it's very addictive, and even though I don't love the shape of this bottle, it is a love for the scent, and I still want to have this in my collection. I just need to reach for it more. So that is Fantasy, the Naughty remix. This is Femme Fantasy, and I remember having a bit of a revelation with this perfume maybe 3 or 4 months ago, where I discovered that it is coconut in this scent, and there's blackberry and violet as well. And in the past I've always found it like a really, just an extra sweet version of the original Fantasy. And then when I had my little revelation going on, I thought, this would kind of do really well as an Ariana Grande scent now. And I do really like how it smells. The blackberry smells really good, but the reason why this is not a genuine love anymore, even with the really amazing scent, is now what I call here for its place in my collection. The bottle is driving me crazy. Britney song name not intended. This bottle is cute in the black and pink, but it has scratched, and so I don't like to display it. Just to look at it annoys me. I don't want it in my collection anymore, but of course I can still enjoy the scent, so I'll keep it for that, but it is here as part of the collection because I'm just really disappointed that the bottle didn't last. But to be completely honest, it has not always been stored very well in my home. It could be scratched because it's been in amongst other bottles, and in general I find the Britney line great quality. So perhaps this, just with the design, it was a different type of bottle or something, and that's why it was more susceptible to scratching. But at the moment, Femme for me just feels more of a collector's item. This is Jungle Fantasy, only launched in 2023, and I love to recommend this one because it's watermelon, cupcake and tonka, and I think it's so great that we can have those notes at a really affordable price point. It's basically your summer scent, and we don't see enough watermelon in scents, I don't think. For me, it feels like the available version of Island Fantasy. We will get onto Island Fantasy. They are a bit different, but they're similar enough in that they are sweet and have the watermelon. So this is a really well done scent. I want it in my collection always. I need it if my Island Fantasy ever runs out. So yeah, Jungle Fantasy is here because I love it, not just as a collector's item. This is Sunset Fantasy, and it was a bit of a close one with this perfume. It has some really lovely notes. You've got milk in here, peach, apple and mandarin. I love the bottle. It just needs to be a stronger scent, and it would make me reach for it more, because whenever I talk about it I say, oh, I really must wear this more. But of course I just love my scents to smell on me, so I'm going to vow here and now that this is my scent of the day, because it is really beautifully done. It just should have stayed around. It is discontinued now, and it could have done with being a bit stronger. So I need to find what will work with this as a layering combination to make the notes become longer lasting and project better. I need it in my collection. It's still a love. It's irritating, but it's still a love. And I know that if I didn't have this, or if I'd, decluttered it, I would now be on the reselling sites trying to track it down for peach and milk. That would absolutely, it's milk mousse actually in this perfume. Those notes would make me want Sunset Fantasy in my collection. So I'm still calling it a genuine love. This is Radiance, and I've gone backwards and forwards with this perfume. I parted ways with it. I used to find it a little bit headache inducing. It's got tuberose in the notes, and I didn't always get on with tuberose in my perfumes. But then I really wanted it back for its very cute bottle, and I still do think this is lovely and a bit of a daring bottle choice. I like having it, but I've got fussier, as I said earlier. Things have to really earn their space in my home at the moment, and even though I appreciate white flowers more than I ever have, and you've got in here your jasmine as well, you've got African orange flower, it just isn't a me scent that I'm reaching for enough. But I'm loath to part ways with it again and end up regretting it. So it is here to be a cute part of my collection. It's on display. There's a little bit of nostalgia as I smell it, but yeah, this isn't a genuine love of a scent for me anymore. It's discontinued, sadly. I know there are lots of you who really enjoy this scent, but yeah, Radiance for me is here as a collector's item. This is Prerogative, and I think it's earning its place just with how much I talk about it in my videos and collections at the moment. This is a coffee scent. It was the first unisex Britney Spears perfume, for what it's worth. I know that there are so many men who love the Britney Spears perfumes, but in terms of marketing, it was marketed as unisex. Coffee, goji berries and apricot and sandalwood. It smells yummy. It smells yummy today. Like, it's such a good coffee scent, and like a fruitier version of black opium. So I think this is really well done, and it is a genuine love for me. I'm not on my first bottle, and I was eyeing up buying a backup the other day just while it's still around, because I fear this won't be around for much longer. It is definitely harder to find than it used to be. So if coffee combined with the typical Britney fruitiness appeals to you, I recommend trying to track down Prerogative. This is Fantasy Intense, and it was the fragrance community who influenced me with this perfume. I didn't find it too intense at first. I found it very similar to the original, but there are those that say that this is closer to the original formulation of Fantasy. And it is a lot of the same ingredients as the original perfume, but you've got added pear in here, and it is a more woody scent with added patchouli too. It's definitely got more of an earthiness to it, so it smells really good, really addictive, and perhaps as the name Intense might suggest to you, it feels like a really good nighttime wear. That's when I tend to reach for this perfume, so it took some time, but it is a love for me. I do really enjoy the added patchouli in the scent, and yeah, it's here for more than its place in my collection as a Britney scent. The smell is really good and it's worth checking out, and thankfully it's still available. This is Fantasy in Bloom, and sadly I've changed my mind on this perfume. It is a real compliment getter of a scent. I remember when I was wearing it the most in 2018-19, it would just always receive compliments. It projects so well. It's Japanese cherry blossom. You've got amber in here. You've got a bit of tuberose actually, and berries. And you know, the reason why it is now a collector's item, I'm keeping it for the bottle because it's a fantasy perfume, isn't because the scent isn't great. It still is. It's not my typical type of scent with that tuberose, but it's pretty, and I loved receiving the compliments. Not going to lie. It's the bottle annoys me. Of course it's pretty, and I know there are those of you who wish you could track this down, but it leaks a little bit around the lid. So, you know, in my world, I'm taking photos of it occasionally, and the little leak you get at the top is annoying. But for full disclosure, I did once take it on a holiday, so maybe it was rattling around a little bit in my bag or something, and that caused the leak. But there are scents that haven't done that as well. So this now, Fantasy in Bloom, is here as a collector's item. I just can't genuinely love it anymore. It annoys me too much that I get this leak around the lid. This is Prerogative Rave, and I did and ah a little bit about this one and how I felt about it, because I just don't reach for it enough. But I always say that this is exactly the reason I enjoy the Britney scents. It's very typical of the Britney line. It's fruity, it's got raspberry and mandarin orange, you've got wood in the base, and it's a really pleasing, fruity, fun perfume at, of course, an affordable Britney Spears perfume line price. So I don't wear it enough, but it's just good. It ticks the boxes, and there's no particular reason I don't wear it. It's just I'm going for others instead. What can I say? So I would miss it if it wasn't here. So it's more than just a collector's item, probably in that middle ground I talked about earlier, but for the sake of my video, I'll call it a genuine love. It's here for more than the fact I just collect them. It is a really enjoyable scent, and that is Prerogative Rave. This is Private Show, and in contrast to Prerogative Rave, this felt very different from the rest of the Britney line, and I can't believe I didn't even particularly enjoy it at first when it was launched. I think I was just a bit, well, I had different taste back then. This is like 9 years ago this was released, and I was influenced as well. This is coffee, whipped cream and nectarine, and it's so smooth and beautiful, and with this very pretty bottle, this should have stayed around, not been discontinued, and been a classic scent. It is gorgeous, and it's somehow comforting as well. Smooth, creamy, fruity coffee. I love this, so of course it is a genuine love for me, and don't be deceived by my lack of dent. This isn't my first bottle, so Private Show is sadly discontinued, but a genuine love from me. This is Fantasy Sheer, and I can very happily recommend this to other perfume lovers as a scent you will really enjoy if you like the original Fantasy. And it is a bit lighter because you've got some citrus notes here in the top as well. But just with my renewed sense of justifying things in my collection, it's just too similar to the original for me. I don't really feel like I need both bottles. It's gorgeous, but of course it is because I love the original Fantasy. So it's really lovely. I love to have it and enjoy the pretty bottle. I love recommending it as a reviewer, but in my collection, yeah, it is now a collector's item rather than a genuine love. This is Festive Fantasy, and it seems to come and go as to whether this one is easy to buy or is about to be discontinued. So if you're interested, grab this while you can. This is a lot of fun notes. It's dewberry, plum, sour cherry, and to me it smells so sugary and enjoyable. I really love this perfume. I need to reach for it more. So I like the description of this as a cross between Midnight and Rainbow Fantasy. That's how this one smells. That smells so good. You know, I think I would stop someone in the street if they smelled like this. It's smelling more sugary than ever. I am going to be spoilt for choice for scent of the day. Please try and track this down if you like your sugary scents. It's so fruity and good. I don't love the bottle. I'm not sure what bottle I'd have for this if I was choosing, but it's just a bit too green for me. I like green as a light green, but anyway, A really good sugary sweet perfume, so fun, so fruity, so a genuine love for me, Festive Fantasy. This is Candied Fantasy, and depending on what you know, the newest of the Fantasy line, only launched in 2024. And I was so pleased when it was launched because it was like, wow, we've got strawberry here, we've got bubblegum. It's those notes that were making it into the gourmand releases, but at an affordable price. It reminds me a little bit of Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42 from Kayali. It's a little bit like Toy 2 Bubblegum by Moschino. It smells like summer to me, probably because it was launched last summer. It's so fun and whimsical. I love this. This is a genuine love for me. Whether it was in this shape or not, or from the Britney line, I would want this perfume and I love to recommend it. Is the bottle, oh, I've had this before with this lid actually. Yeah, the majority of my bottles are fine, but this one is a little tricky to get on, but I love the scent. So fun and good if you like those playful, fun notes. Bubblegum and strawberry, Candied Fantasy. This is Electric Fantasy. I love to recommend this perfume. It smells designer. You've got some notes in here that I really do enjoy. You've got your passion fruit and you've got benzoin, and I think it's a lot like Valentino's Born in Roma. Now I've got that as well, and even though I love my Valentino scents, I don't reach for the original Born in Roma much at all, I don't think. So this one is now here. I can't spray it. Okay, we're in. I like the passion fruit in it. It's good. I'm just not reaching for it enough. It's not particularly a scent I want to smell of, but I would recommend checking it out if you like Born in Roma. It's not very typical, therefore, of the Britney line really, but it is still available and it's affordable. It's just here now for me as a collector and as a reviewer, more than a genuine love. This is Island Fantasy, and it was launched more than 10 years ago now. It seemed to be discontinued, and around 2019 it came back, so I repurchased it. Before then I'd thought it wasn't strong enough, and maybe there was a reformulation or something when it came back around, because I have absolutely found it strong enough since, and it is this gorgeous mix of sugarcane and watermelon and citrus, and it's so addictive and good, and with those notes, perfect for a holiday. It's really well done, and yeah, it seems to have gone again, so I'm not sure what that's about, but I think you can buy your body sprays in Island Fantasy still. I know there are lots of you who miss it. I really enjoyed this perfume, and I think this might have to come away with me I might decant some into a little travel atomizer or something. It is smelling good. So Island Fantasy, more than just a collector's item for me, this is a genuine love. If you're a long-time subscriber, you already know how I feel about Circus Fantasy. I love this scent. Let's come straight out and say it. I find this scent so versatile, day, night, any season of the year, and I'll always think it smells of sweets, even though there are those who find it to be a very citrus perfume. Okay, where are we? This one is kind of fresh in the opening. I see it as kind of ozonic now. You've got berries in there, it's sugary, and it is just a scent that really suits its bottle and that Circus name as well. I love that it's so affordable, and I love to recommend this perfume. It's one of those scents that I just wish everybody who loves perfume would go and try. That's how well done I think it is. There are those who find it a little bit too clean, and even though now I can appreciate that citrus vibe and a bit more of the ozonic feeling, it will just always be sweetness and fruity for me. I really love to wear this perfume, so this isn't my first bottle. I will always want it. It's here as a genuine love. This is Rainbow Fantasy, and there are so many good things to say about this very cute bottle. The fact that it has a cotton candy note, and it's creamy and sweet and woody and so many things at once, but something's happened to me with this scent that I just don't get on with it either anymore, or maybe it's just at the moment. Maybe it's because I wore this a lot during lockdown. At one point that wasn't a bad nostalgia, it was kind of an outdoorsy vibe, shall we say, from all of those walks, but there's something in this a little bit sickly for me now, and I'm thinking it could be that sometimes cotton candy has a certain type of scent for me that I don't get on with. It has to be there in the right amount. I'd like to know your thoughts on this. I wouldn't really want to put anybody off, because I still think I see it as a well done perfume. I feel more like it's me and my associations that I'm finding it a bit much. So yeah, at the moment, this is here as a collector. It's here because I don't want to get rid of it and regret it. It's not a scent I'm going to reach for anymore, Rainbow Fantasy. It's Believe, and you, if you subscribe to me, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that this is a love for me. It's one of my favourite perfumes ever, and I talk about it just as much as I talk about Prerogative at the moment. This is guava and tangerine and patchouli, and it smells beautiful. So good on warm skin. So addictive and so unusual. How is this an affordable perfume? And so many times I've seen this for a little over £10 for your 30ml bottle. So I really recommend checking this one out ahead of the summer. It's still so easily available, and there should have been flankers too. So Believe is a genuine love. This is Curious in Control, and it was launched after Curious and Fantasy, and I remember being told it was meant to be like a mix of the two scents. I'm not sure if there's any truth in that, but it's what I was told when I was shopping for it on my trip to New York, and I can never find these nozzles. There are lots of you I know who would love to be able to replace this scent, and isn't this bottle just cute in its black? This basically is sweets and sandalwood, and it is very similar to Bonbon by Victor and Rolf, which I also love. It could do with being a little stronger, so I do spray a lot of this to feel like I'm wearing it. But it's a really good scent profile, and yeah, in those early days of Britney scents, it was like, wow, here we have another really good one. Such a shame it was discontinued, but a genuine love from me. This is Naked Fantasy, one of the more recent launches. I don't love the name, and I've gone back and forth with this perfume. It is quite similar to Intimate Fantasy, and then I could say to myself, I don't need both, and then other times, I love the peach, I love the applejack notes, and I think it smells more fruity and good in its own right. But today we are being fussy, so today I say that I don't need this and Intimate in my collection. They are two very similar scents. So with where I am in life right now, I would say that Naked Fantasy for me is more of a collector's item than it is a genuine love. This is Glitter Fantasy, and I've often felt that this is a bit like the Believe DNA. It's fruity and feels like it projects really well, and I've always found it lasts well too. This is red fruits, and it's musk and benzoin, and I was convinced I could smell strawberry at one point, which I suppose with red fruits it could be. I love to recognise this on people. It hasn't happened very recently, but it feels like a really good quality scent and has all that fun and uplifting vibe of a Britney perfume. So this is still in my collection as a genuine love, rather than one I'm just keeping because it's Britney. I really do love to wear this perfume. This is Blissful Fantasy, and I'm so glad I went back to this scent because I didn't love it at first. And it isn't typical of the Britney line, really. You've got in here lily, you've got freesia, you've got melon, and it really suits its name, Blissful. It is so calming, and for me it's here because it reminds me so much of Ralph Lauren's Glamorous, a perfume that actually I like to wear for nights out in 2003 and 2004. It was a real favourite in my collection. So it's not typical of the Britney line, but I recommend Blissful for something calming, and it is a genuine love from me. If you are really into your Britney perfumes, just like I am, you will notice there are a few missing in this collection. So I don't have VIP private show anymore, but that's because I loved it and used up my bottle, and sadly it is just too expensive on the reselling sites. But that was like a fizzing, fun mango perfume. Fruity, fun, very typically Britney, and I loved to wear it. In contrast, there is Prerogative Ego, which I have considered buying recently because now I like some quite similar musky, tea smelling, kind of sandalwood scents, but I haven't taken the plunge yet. It's also a little bit more expensive than I'd like it to be at the moment, even though you can still buy it new from sellers. So those two are missing, and also Cosmic Radiance. I had that when it was first launched. I rebought it and then just realised it wasn't exciting enough for me. I wasn't wearing the scent enough. It was quite floral, not really to my taste, and I don't love that bottle. I think the original Radiance is much nicer. You will also notice perhaps that I don't have any of the limited edition bottles. I might have bought one of them or two of them if I'd needed that scent replaced and the limited edition bottle was on offer for a bit of fun, but it's never come to that, and I don't feel the need to have the duplicates for the bottles. But no judgment here if that's something you enjoy doing and like having the different bottles, but that's not been what I've done. I've only bought the original fragrances.
There's also Maui Fantasy, which I've talked about quite recently, and that I believe was a unique scent, and I would have liked to have got hold of it, but I've only ever found it for a really expensive price point, so I think that will remain on my wish list, but is probably unlikely to join my collection. Now for the tea. There was a very recent launch of a Britney Fantasy perfume, and I did get hold of it, and I was all set to review it, but there was a dispute between the previous owners of the line and the new owners, and I didn't want to get into that. So yeah, I think until anything changes, that one is unlikely, sadly, to make it to one of my videos, because I would have loved to have talked about it, but when it originally joined my collection, I didn't really realise what was going on with the dispute and just wanted a new Britney perfume. But yeah, it would have been nice if we could have all enjoyed that one kind of properly as a new addition to the Britney line, but I am excited to see what the new company have in store. Thank you so much for watching, and well done if you made it this far. I hope you liked hearing my current take on my Britney Spears collection. Please do chat to me about your favourites and ask me any questions you have as well. Please do give this video a like, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and do go and check out any of the other Britney reviews and collection videos that you haven't seen yet. I'm over on Instagram and also TikTok. Please come and say hi, and thank you so much as ever for all of your support. I will include all of the relevant links below. Thank you again, and see you in my next video.